Welcome to my channel, The Three Mountains. My name is White Eagle. Today I bring you a new topic. It's called The Three Minds. This video is in connection with the previous one in knowledge, and I have to mention that all the videos are connected with each other, or one influences the other. So if you want to have a full understanding of the Gnostic teachings, I kindly ask you to follow them by number, starting from video number 1. Okay, let's get started with this video. The Three Minds by Master Samael. It is worth knowing that there are three minds within us, namely the sensual mind, the intermediate mind, and the inner mind. The sensual mind develops its basic concepts from the data provided by the five senses, and those basic concepts back up its reasoning. Just a moment. So here I put this image with the five senses of sight, smell, hearing, touch, and taste, and they all influence our reasoning. Yes. This is the sensual mind, and also is known as the subjective reasoning. Now, let us think a little about this sensual mind that we all use daily. There is no doubt that it elaborates on its basic concepts with the data provided by the five senses, and those basic concepts support its reasoning. My words, this is called subjective reasoning. Yeah? It is obvious that the subjective or sensual reasoning has as its foundation the external sensory perceptions. If the sole spring of its functionalism is based exclusively on the data provided by the five senses, undoubtedly it will not have access to something that escapes the vicious circle of external sensory perceptions. This is obvious. The sensual mind cannot know about the reality regarding the mysteries of life and death, concerning the truth about God, etc. From where could the sensual mind take such information for its sole source of nourishment? If the data provided is only by the five senses, obviously the intellect does not have the means in order to know about reality. Reasoning cannot know anything about the truth, about reality, about immortality, about the soul. All the theories and concepts of sensual minds are known in the Christian gospel as the leaven of the Sadducees. Jesus Christ warns us by saying, "Take heed and beware of the leaven of the Sadducees," and that is in Matthew 16. Meaning, take heed and beware of the materialistic and atheistic doctrines like the Marxist dialectic. Those kinds of doctrines correspond exactly to the doctrine of the Sadducees spoken to us by Christ. And I put this image here, the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Why did I choose this bread? Because I'll show you. My words. Esoterically, bread in the astral means knowledge. So if you are feeding yourself with the wrong knowledge from the sensual mind or the intermediate mind, you will see bread that is moldy, rotten. Okay? Now let's continue with the next mind. The intermediate mind is based on all kinds of beliefs and cannot go beyond its canons. In the intermediate mind, we find all types of religious beliefs. Obviously, the data brought by all religions have their final journey in the intermediate mind. And I put this image because sometimes beliefs limit us. It's like, a heavy weight that chains us. We are chained to them. And religious beliefs. However, the Lord of Perfection also warns us against the doctrine of the Pharisees. That doctrine of the Pharisees corresponds to the intermediate mind. Who are the Pharisees? They are those who attend their temples or their schools or religions or sects, etc. So everybody can see them. They are hearers of the word, but not doers of the word within themselves. 4. If any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholds himself, and goes his way, and straightway forgets what manner of man he was. Now let's continue. So Pharisees only attend their gatherings so everybody can see them, but they never apply the word to themselves, and that is very serious. Such people are content with mere beliefs. They are not interested in intimate transformation. To that end, they waste their time and fail miserably. And I put this image about overcoming beliefs. Right? Now we start with the inner mind. The inner mind is objective reasoning. Those who have climbed the steps of inspiration and intuition have undoubtedly opened the wonderful doors of the inner mind. Intuition expresses itself through the inner mind, which means that the person perceives and expresses the consciousness of their own profound inner being. And I put this image. Let's continue. Yet there is a different sense, Master Samael says, which is the instinctive sense that perceives cosmic truths. This is the faculty of the being. And here I have to mention that this video, here, this information is linked to the previous one, the video on meditation. Yes, so please make the connection. Now, a faculty that humanity in general once had, but that became atrophied as the psychological I, the myself, the essential mind or the self developed. Yeah, it says that the egos developed. Now, inner mind is something that we must differentiate and clarify. The inner mind in itself and by itself works exclusively with the data provided by the superlative consciousness of the being. Behold the three minds, says Master Samael. Now my words. So this is called objective reasoning, yes, in Gnosis. When we receive information from our intuition directly or through a meditation practice about cosmic truths, that is when we open the inner mind, yes. And I leave you here my email. This is the end of the video about the three minds. And I kindly ask you again to please follow my videos in number, because they are interconnected and I'm trying to explain very difficult topics, but I need you to have the basic knowledge in order to understand more complicated teachings that the master gives. So if you're just only watching them in isolation, one here and one there, then I don't think that you will get all the pieces of the puzzle together. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.